So what was Ant-Man doing during Infinity War?
NERDSoul.
Late Ill Kid at OneYoungsta, hold it down, bringing that StreetGeek and NERDSoul. What is up, my people, today? Oh yeah, we come with another wonderful episode of That's Right, movie reviews. We're bringing together geek and hip hop for NERDSoul. I'm not going to waste that time. We are here to talk about the smallest of the Avengers. That's right, Ant-Man and the Wasp. And this is completely spoiler free. You ain't got to worry about, learning nothing. Well, you gonna learn something, but you ain't gonna get spoiled. I'm gonna leave all plot details out. I'm gonna keep it very general and talk about the film, the acting, directing, stuff like that. But I'm gonna leave the enjoyment of the story up to you. So I wanna start on how cute this movie is. This movie has a lot more interaction with, of course, Ant-Man, or, in this case, Scott and his daughter. And their interactions, and I can't think of the young girl's name, and I truly apologize at this time, because I looked it up and then forgot it. But she's just so great in this movie. She really is. She's very cute, and their interactions are natural, and they just have that kind of like 90s family show feel to them. Like every time they're together, it's a good time. They're always smiling. They care about each other. And that father-daughter situation plays well. And that's a hashtag new dad myself. I really enjoy those moments, even though I have a little boy. It's still good to see kind of like that caring, being able to actually play games with her and, teach things, and then have her teach him things, and then have like serious conversations that actually, worry about each other and worry about the world and think about what heroism is to, of course, a young girl, and to a, of course, an older man that's, kind of like looking after his daughter, but wanting to do the right thing. So that was nice. Having that family element in there, I thought it was cool. It helped kind of break the ice in a lot of situations, and it was just cute. She is a great actress, and she's just, come on, man. She is a little peanut. I mean, he calls her peanut, but she is. She's like this big, and she's cute. On screen, she's like this big. But I'm gonna get off of that because I could just talk about the snuggly moments all day. But you guys want to get to more stuff like the acting. Like, how does this come across? Do these characters still have it? Does it still have that feel that the first one had? And the answer is yes. If you like the first Ant-Man, you will be right at home, because this kind of picks up with that same vibe. Of course, time has passed because this is after Civil War, but you do get that feel that these characters are kind of like still in their kind of like funk, with certain things, and still in their stride in certain things. Of course, there's a new business going on. From the trailer, you already know. There's, ex-con security is popping off. So you got Luis today. They blowing up. They trying to get their business started. Scott is on house arrest. So they're playing this dynamic of him being kind of stuck at home, him having to like deal with the FBI and all that government presence on him. But you still get these characters that seem like they did time together. Or you have this situation with Hope and Scott where, there's a little love thing maybe going on, but there's been some time that's passed that's kind of maybe fractured it a little bit. So you get these characters, especially with kind of like Hank, where you have this guy who's like older and, maybe he has some regrets, and maybe he has some issues with other people in the scientific community that, they rub him the wrong way, he rubs them the wrong way, but they seem like the characters. Like Hank seems like the same way he was, well, maybe not the same way, but he seems like the same character. There seems like a honest progression for these people, and it helps kind of draw you in to what they're doing, what their life is, and where their life may go. Now, I want to get into a ton of other cool stuff, but also keep this short. Of course, Curo Brand for this movie review, just like everyone else, is going to help us pay them bills. Oh yeah, check that link below. Hats, shirts, hoodies, all that jazz. And once you find something you like, of course, cop it. So let's talk about The Wasp. because it's Ant-Man and the Wasp. And a lot of people were worrying, is she gonna get the screen time she's supposed to get? The answer is yes. Like, this is a very good team effort between both of them. They both have strengths, they both have weaknesses that pair off very well when they're given that like 1-2 punch, that tag team. Even when it's kind of like thinking about things or kind of like working out plans on the go, because they're gonna have to do that, the Wasp comes through. Like, she really shines, and this is a very, especially from the heroic standpoint, a very balanced movie. Everybody gets to shine, and I don't feel like there's anyone who's kind of like, shortchanged, for lines or screen time or anything like that. This is a very, you have your core. You have kind of like Scott, Hope, Hank, and then you have your revolving characters. But Hope gets her, she gets her screen time as just regular old Hope, and then you get her screen time as the Wasp, and she feels like a very important part of this team, not someone who's just like, oh, well, you're my, sidekick. Like, she really comes in and holds it down when like Scott can't, or vice versa. So it's kind of like that back-to-back situation where it works well on screen and it's natural. And I think that's the most important part to me, because it seems natural. It doesn't seem like she's trying too hard to outdo Scott, or vice versa, or, Scott doesn't want her there. It's like they both want to work together. And that's what I like the most when it comes to heroes, man. There ain't no need for y'all to be fighting. Y'all need to work together. So that's out of the way. Is it funny? Yeah, it is. This movie is fun and funny. I consider it kind of light fare for Marvel, and I think that's what we need. There were some serious issues that came up in Black Panther, especially if you are Black, like me, and there were some very serious implications from Avengers Infinity War. So it's good to get kind of like this light, fun movie that still has stakes. And, I'm not going to give those up, but there are still stakes. And of course, they're still in a world where Avengers Infinity War, all that stuff is tied in. But we're able to get a lighter, funner feature with gags. And honestly, they work. And I really got to give it to Marvel for giving us a universe that is diverse in its storytelling. Like, you have Guardians, you'll have Infinity War, you'll have Black Panther, you have Ant-Man. All of these like very interesting aspects and takes on the universe that we're in, the different heroes, how they act when they're on their own, in their own groove, is very good for the genre in general. But without, giving too much love to Marvel, I ain't getting no check. Unless you want to send me a check, go ahead. But no, I'm just saying, I like getting this after Avengers Infinity War. I thought, honestly, that after Infinity War, I was like, I don't want to see no Ant-Man. I don't want to see no Captain Marvel. I want to see what's happening next, man. Give us back to this. I don't want to wait. I don't want to wait. I want to know now. But after seeing this, it's good. It's really good to have something to kind of like cleanse your palate and have some fun, because there are some stakes, and those stakes are seen and those stakes are coming, but it's nice to have some fun and to be funny, laugh, giggle, joke all through this joint, because you will. Now, before I leave, of course, the action is there. This is kind of played as more of a comedy, but there are some shots and scenes in here where, the Wasp throws down. And of course, you see some in the trailer, but the action is there. It's not, of course, this isn't Captain America, but there are some action scenes and some stuff in there to kind of get you on the edge of your seat, if you will. So, guys, from me to you, I'm gonna have to say that this movie is above average. It's worth seeing, maybe not rushing out early or I guess late opening night, but definitely check it out, say Saturday or Sunday at a matinee, because I'm gonna give this 3.5 stars. It's fun, it's funny, it's cute, it's got its action. It's very personal to what Scott has to go through. It's very important for what Hope and Hank have to go through, and it ends up being a story that matters to them, and they convey it well on screen so that it matters to you. So guys, holla at me, I'ma holla at you. Down in them comments, let's talk Ant-Man and the Wasp. I had a good time, man. I laughed a whole lot, and I think it's worth checking out. You know what I'm saying? Check that joint out. Say Saturday at like 1, like 1 p.m. on a Saturday. Go on, kick it, check it out. I think you'll have a good time. So before I bounce, I want to tell you guys to hit up ThatNERDSoul.com. That's right, check me out right there. All my videos from the oldest, newest, latest, greatest, and all that. Then hit up shop.ThatNERDSoul.com and pick yourself up a t-shirt player. Don't forget to get one for them playettes. Then come back here, like, comment, subscribe, and share that Nerd Soul. That's right, there's no better way that I can show people that you like what you are watching. So, LA, what up? VA, what up? RVA, you got my heart. And please be good to yourselves. Please be good to each other. And remember, just because something is big doesn't mean it can be small. And just because it's small doesn't mean that it can't be big. Peace.